Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, Amanda looked this up, and I want to tell you, I want to give you a little insight on the show. Sam is still here, so I mean, some of you out there that miss a day or two and come back, and and I'm not saying Sam, take us to break. Sam is still here. Amanda is producing the show at this time, and she looks things up during the show, looks up pictures and videos when I make comments, and we thought it was humorous because these are college students, and Amanda found the video of college students being interviewed and asked what they thought of the President's State of the Union address. You want to go ahead and play that? Let's play a minute of that.
Today we're at NYU getting students' opinions on President Trump's State of the Union address. Except that speech won't happen for another 7 days. But what will they say when we ask them what they thought of it? Let's find out. Well, we've been getting people's reactions today to the State of the Union last night. Some people were saying that it was the most racist State of the Union that's ever happened. What was your reaction to everything that was said?
I didn't watch it because I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Quite racist at the very least. If not up there with most racist.
Yeah. Wow. It's already quickly climbing the scale. Some of the people said today that they thought his immigration stance and that he outlined last night was especially hateful.
Very offensive.
What do you think of it?
It's something that I wouldn't have expected to happen in our lifetime.
It's offensive. It is crazy, but I'm not shocked by it, by what he's done in the past. So
pretty ugly. I believe what I'm hearing about his rough nature and the hate that he probably said.
He told the Democrats the wall got 10 feet higher because they didn't stand up and give him applause at one point. What do you think of all that?
It's the behavior of someone who refuses to accept accountability for their failures.
The way he acts, you shouldn't be acting like that if you're the leader of the country, regardless of what party you're in. So that frustrates me a lot.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that was his State of the Union address.
Hopefully everything that he's outlined can be overturned by the public opinion.
Was there one thing in particular that you saw people most upset about?
Probably with immigration going on with the whole DACA thing and him trying to build the wall.
One of the craziest moments when he started a build the wall chant with all the Republicans that were there. Okay. People on social media were accusing him of basically using the State of the Union as a campaign event.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I think it's absolutely crazy.
The fact that he started a chant, he's big on those.
What's your reaction?
I think it reveals that he has the temperament of a 3-year-old.
People, a lot of times, they're trying to say don't listen to what he's saying, and they just want to shut it down just because it's Trump saying it. Do you think they have any ground there?
I don't think so. I think there are enough progressive and intellectual people that really analyze what he's saying.
Do you think he's going to follow through with the things that he promised last night?
I don't know. We'll see. He said he was going to become president. He became president.
Folks, wow. And obviously, higher education, the next level. And you wonder why. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are going to play a clip in just a minute. We do a couple segments every week, so we're going to be doing a segment on a real estate segment. I'm pretty tired. I'm trying to power through. I'm just wondering what Thursday will be like. Well, Thursday won't be bad because we have Wednesday off. So Thursday won't be bad. It's tomorrow. Amanda, I'm just going to give you a warning this far in advance that tomorrow could be rough. It could be a tough 2 hours because we are televising on FYNTV.com. We are televising Team FYN Sports production, the Gilmer Park and Rec Youth Basketball Tournament every night this week except for Wednesday, and then Saturday, Championship Saturday. So I didn't get home till 10 o'clock and get up at 4 a.m. and the first thing I hear is poor Andy McCabe's out of a job. A local story I want to do, it's just going to be brief, okay? A local story I want to do is a couple local stories. First of all, put up Jeff Johnson, all right? And I'm just going to say this briefly, and this is Dawson County, all right? This is the Sheriff Jeff Johnson. Now, little spin here, stay with me, all of you people who would like to keep up with North Georgia here area. Dawson County, Georgia is exploding with 400 coming out of Forsyth. It's exploding up there, 400. And there has been some discussion the past several years that, and this is just what I hear, okay, I'm not validating anything today as far as the budget, that with the explosion and 400 coming through there and increase in possible crime and one thing after another with the businesses through there, that the sheriff's office needs a bigger budget to, adequately, keep the citizens of Dawson County safe. I guess that's where I'm going with that. But the Board of Commissioners do not see it that way. Now, I'm not saying the Board of Commissioners of Dawson County do not see that the citizens should be safe. They feel there's adequate enough that they gave Jeff Johnson, the sheriff here of Dawson County, an adequate budget to work with. And this is an interesting case because a lot of people don't understand. A constitutional officer has certain mandates from the state to operate their office. They can actually say to the state, because they're voted in. But all the money, like appropriations, it's amazing to me, again, with our education system, that children are not taught who actually appropriates your tax dollars. I mean, I get amazed. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I think, if somebody walked up to me and said, here's exactly how it would go, all right? If somebody walked up to me and said, give me $5, okay? There's a couple things I would say. This would be the test. Give me $5. One, who the hell are you? Okay? That you're asking me for $5. What right do you have to ask me for $5? What are you going to do with my $5 when I give it to you? You're just asking me for $5? So it's amazing to me that the American people will give their money and not understand where it went, what it goes to, and who appropriates spending your money. I'm sorry, I'm just taken by that. Maybe I'm boring, right? But the commissioners in your county are the ones that the tax commissioner collects the tax, all right? But the commissioners in your county in the state of Georgia, according to the Supreme Court, the Georgia Constitution, the commissioners have the authority in the county to appropriate your tax money through budgets. Now, a constitutional officer, not a department, an office, can say, hey, I don't feel you appropriated enough of the taxpayers' money. Always have to say it like that. I don't feel you appropriated enough of the taxpayers' money for me to operate the office that the taxpayers voted me in to office here, the sheriff. I don't feel you have appropriated me enough funding to operate the office, which then, if you don't feel you can operate the office, you can then take the commissioners to court. Jeff Johnson, the sheriff, has decided to take the Dawson County commissioners to court. That trial starts today because they said your budget is this. We'll get into the numbers tomorrow. And he said, no, it needs to be this, and they couldn't come together on it. Now, they have passed the budget, and the budget has the new numbers, but he doesn't accept them. So they are going to court. That starts today in Dawson County. Jeff Johnson, the sheriff of Dawson County, versus the Dawson County commissioners. And Bill Johnson will give us an update today, and we'll be able to bring that report to you tomorrow. So we're going to have a strong report on the first day of court there on that. Second, the former sheriff, which I don't have his picture, take that down, Jeff Johnson, the former sheriff of Dawson County, interesting, Billy Carlisle. Now, Billy Carlisle retired. He was sheriff for several years of Dawson County, well-liked sheriff, well-known. Everybody in the county knows Billy Carlisle, the former sheriff. Well, the former sheriff of Dawson County, Billy Carlisle, has decided to run for county commissioner. So he is a candidate. If you go to Dawson County, FetcherNews.com, Dawson County, you will read the story. Billy Carlisle announces, former sheriff of Dawson County, his bid for a county commissioner's seat. So that's an interesting little note there. We'll have more on that. Now, this story here, okay, I think is so strong. And I think what I would like for you to do, the video is there and everything. I would really love, it doesn't matter where you're at. I don't care where you're at in the state of Georgia, what county you're from, maybe wherever you're at in the United States, okay? There's a story on tax assessor vehicle situation brought before commissioners. All right, and it's Fannin County Fetcher News. It's you go to Fannin County, FetcherNews.com. Go to Fannin County. Always click on news. All right, tax assessor vehicle situation brought before commissioners by Jason Beck. This has so much good information about the vehicles, the request for new vehicles in the tax assessor office, what they would cost. This really breaks down and says, wow, you get a really good understanding of where your tax money goes in this article. I just want to recommend that to you because the video's there. They want to spend your money on new vehicles, and you'll hear what Chairman Stan Helton and Post Commissioner Larry Joe Sosby and Post Commissioner Earl Johnson think about the new vehicle situation for the tax assessor. While I'm making a Fannin County comment, Larry Joe Sosby has Post 2 Commissioner, sitting Post 2 Commissioner Larry Joe Sosby has confirmed with FYN that he is going to be seeking re-election for that post. All right, so I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We're going to take a break, and when we return, I'm going to be talking with Alicia Edwards about the best time of the year to sell your house. We're going to have that segment when we come back, and then after that, stay with me because I got to close the show, and you don't want to miss my closing topic this morning as we close out. So go ahead and take us to break, and next up, Alicia Edwards. When's the best time to sell your house?